What if one email could be worth $500 or even $5,000? Not because it went viral, not because you had millions of followers, but because it reached exactly the right person at exactly the right time. Every day, business owners wake up thinking about one thing: solving problems. They need more customers, better websites, stronger marketing, cleaner data, faster software, and someone reliable to help them grow. The question isn't whether businesses are spending money, they are. The real question is whether they'll spend it with you. That's where cold email comes in. Not as a shortcut to easy money, but as a skill that can open doors most people never even knock on. A goal like earning $5,000 in 30 days is ambitious, and it's far from guaranteed. Your results depend on your skills, your offer, the market you target, and the consistency of your execution. But if you're willing to learn and improve every day, cold email can become one of the fastest ways to create opportunities instead of waiting for them. Despite predictions that email is dead, it remains one of the highest return marketing channels available. Businesses continue to rely on email because it's direct, professional, and measurable. Unlike social media algorithms that decide who sees your content, email lands in a decision maker's inbox. Think about how companies actually grow. When a business needs help, they rarely wait for the perfect freelancer to magically appear. They hire people who present a clear solution to a real problem. That's why agencies, consultants, copywriters, marketers, developers, and designers continue winning clients through strategic email outreach. Here's the psychology behind it. People don't buy services, they buy outcomes. A restaurant owner doesn't want better marketing, they want more tables filled every night. A software company doesn't want a copywriter, they want more customers signing up. When your email focuses on their goals instead of your resume, you're speaking the language every business understands. But what exactly is cold email? Cold email is simply reaching out to someone you've never spoken with before in a respectful, relevant, and personalized way. It isn't spam. Spam is sending the same generic message to thousands of people with no thought or value. Cold email, done correctly, is research-driven communication. Imagine receiving two emails. The first says, "Hello, sir. I offer digital marketing services. Please hire me." The second says, "I notice your online store recently expanded its product catalog, but several pages load slowly on mobile devices. I specialize in improving conversion rates by fixing issues like these. Would you be open to a quick conversation?" One interrupts, the other starts a conversation. That's the difference. So, how could someone spend the next 30 days building this skill? Week 1 is all about preparation. Resist the temptation to start sending emails immediately. First, learn the fundamentals of cold email. Study successful outreach campaigns and understand why they work. Then choose one service to sell. Maybe it's copywriting, web design, lead generation, AI automation, video editing, SEO, or appointment setting. Don't try to sell everything. Specialists earn trust faster than generalists. Next, choose a niche. Instead of targeting every business on the internet, focus on one audience. Real estate agencies, dental clinics, SaaS startups, accounting firms, and e-commerce brands all have different problems. The narrower your focus, the easier it becomes to write relevant emails. Finally, create a simple portfolio. You don't need dozens of clients to start. Build sample work, improve an existing website, rewrite a landing page, or create mock projects that demonstrate your skills. Week 2 shifts from learning to action. Start building prospect lists. Research businesses that genuinely match your service. Learn the names of decision makers. Visit company websites. Read recent news about them. Look for problems you can solve. Then write your email templates. But don't confuse templates with copy and paste messages. A template gives structure, while personalization makes each email feel human. This is also the week to begin sending outreach. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. Your first emails won't be perfect. That's normal. Every experienced salesperson has looked back at their early emails and cringed. Week 3 becomes a process of improvement. Pay attention to your data. Which subject lines earn more opens? Which messages receive replies? Which prospects ignore you completely? Learn to handle objections without becoming defensive. Sometimes the answer will be not now. Sometimes it will be we already have someone. Often it won't be a no at all. It'll simply be silence. That's why follow-up matters. Many conversations begin with the second or third email, not the first. A polite reminder often works better than an aggressive sales pitch. Each response teaches you something about your offer, your writing, or your targeting. By week 4, your goal is no longer just sending emails. It's building a repeatable system. As meetings begin to happen, focus on listening more than talking. Ask questions before making recommendations. If someone becomes a client, deliver outstanding work. Then ask for testimonials, referrals, and permission to create a case study. Those small assets make future client acquisition dramatically easier. At this stage, you can also improve your pricing. Beginners often charge too little because they're afraid of rejection, but businesses don't always choose the cheapest option. They choose the option that creates confidence. What might a productive day actually look like? In the morning, spend an hour researching potential clients. Late morning, write personalized emails that reference something specific about each business. During the afternoon, send your outreach and respond to replies. In the evening, study sales, negotiation, or copywriting for at least 30 minutes. Then review your results and identify one thing to improve tomorrow. Notice something interesting? Most of this routine isn't about sending emails. It's about becoming better. Of course, mistakes happen. One of the biggest is trying to sell immediately instead of starting a conversation. Another is writing emails that are far too long. Busy decision makers rarely read walls of text. Generic templates, weak personalization, poor targeting, and vague offers all reduce your chances before anyone even reaches the second sentence. Then there's the mistake that quietly ends more careers than rejection ever could: giving up too early. Many people send 20 emails, receive no replies, and conclude that cold email doesn't work. In reality, they haven't collected enough data to improve. To set realistic expectations, let's look at a simple example. Suppose you send 100 well-researched emails. Perhaps 55 people open them. Around 20 reply. 8 agree to a meeting. 3 receive proposals. 1 or 2 eventually become paying clients. These numbers are only examples. Actual results vary widely depending on your industry, targeting quality, offer strength, pricing, experience, and market demand. The purpose isn't to predict your outcome. It's to show that cold email is a numbers game, supported by continuous improvement. Along the way, you'll develop skills that extend far beyond email itself. You'll become better at sales because you'll learn how to understand customer needs. You'll improve your copywriting because every sentence must earn attention. Research becomes second nature. Communication grows stronger. Negotiation feels less intimidating. Time management improves because consistent outreach requires discipline. And perhaps most importantly, you'll learn persistence, the ability to keep improving even when results don't arrive immediately. Those skills compound over years, not weeks. Many successful freelancers and agencies didn't start with expensive advertising budgets or massive audiences. They started with a laptop, an internet connection, and the courage to send thoughtful emails to strangers. Cold email isn't about bothering people. It's about creating opportunities where none existed before. It's about connecting businesses that need help with people capable of solving real problems. Some days you'll hear yes. Many days you'll hear nothing at all. Both are part of the journey. Because success rarely comes from one perfect email. It comes from hundreds of thoughtful actions, each one slightly better than the last. So if you've been waiting for clients to somehow discover you, maybe today is a day you stop waiting and start reaching out.